Reactions have continued to trail the ongoing conflict in the Middle East between Israel and Palestine. From Europe to America, Asia to Africa, pro-Palestine and pro-Israel have held different rallies and walk in support and against the actions by both parties.
Come on, Mr. Nice Guy, it's time to take the gloves off.
On the ongoing Israeli aggression in Gaza.
In Nigeria, the Conference of Islamic Organizations gathered at the Beleke Smith Central Mosque Hall in Surulere, Lagos, to call for an immediate international intervention by the United Nations in the face of relentless Israeli aggression in Gaza.
They act in unison to deter Israel from its naked aggression.
Balogun Kilani, the General Secretary CIO, expressed the organization's grievance, injustice and demands towards the United Nations.
We are extremely sad about recent developments in Palestine, which represent deep-seated injustice and oppression. The onslaught by the Israeli forces in the form of ceaseless and repeated bombing of Gaza is deliberately targeted at defenseless and innocent Palestinians, leading to huge loss of lives. No fewer than 2,750 Palestinian civilians have been killed, while over 9,700 have sustained various degrees of injuries. Just as we sympathize with our brothers, sisters, and children who lost their lives, our hearts go to the families of the innocent Israelis who died in the war. However, the root cause of this carnage is the occupation by Israel and its refusal to obey international laws.
A renowned cleric, Imam Abdurrahman Suleiman Adangba, urged the media to adopt an objective stance in their coverage of the Israel and Palestine conflict, stating that as the society's mouthpiece, truth must always be upheld.
What is happening today is not what some world media are trying to portray. What we are trying to say is, look critically into it. Don't listen to one part of the story and don't embrace the other. Live to the two sides of the story and make the judgment yourself that this should be what should be at stake, and this is what we want.
Àwọn ọmọ Palestine, ọmọ ìyá wa ni wọ́n. Ìyà ń jẹ wọ́n lọ́wọ́. Mùsùlùmí gidi yóò máa dunnú pẹ̀lú ìdùnnú àwọn ọmọ yẹ. Yóò máa banújẹ́ pẹ̀lú ìbànújẹ́ àwọn ọmọ yẹ. Káfọ̀rọ̀ náà rọra wá o. Káwa tá wà ń bí kó ipá là ń mọ̀ tí a ń bá yẹ là ń bá yé ń bí. Ẹ má jẹ́ àṣàbòsí. Ilé ayé la wà á sì lọ sọ́run. Ìdí kan.
So that's why we are here, to make noise to the world, to let our voices be heard, to call on our leaders to support the Palestinians so that the Israelites will stop whatever they are doing against them. That is the destruction they are doing against them. And I'm worried because of my sisters, the women among them. They are powerless. They don't have anything. They don't have any weapons. When you look at their streets, none of them is holding any weapon to defend themselves. So they are the one that is going through all these pains.
The President, Muslim Student Society of Nigeria, Lagos State, calls upon the Nigerian government to demonstrate greater commitment in addressing the injustice faced by the people of Palestine.
We realize what is going on in the world, and there is need for us to also support our brothers. Even if they are not even our brothers, it's something that as Muslims, when you see that it's part of the hadith of the Prophet, that assist the oppressed and the oppressor. And a way of assisting the oppressor is to hold the hand, while the oppressed is to see how we can support him. And that is why we are here, to lend our voice also to the happenings around the world, that the Israel should stop the evils they are perpetrating at that particular place.
I'm here in support of our people in Palestine, in Gaza. So we want justice from the whole world. We want justice. The injustice there is too much. People are dying. More than 37 pregnant men are there suffering. They will give to birth without electricity, without all this medical attention and all that. All the aged people are dying, children are dying and all that. So we want stop to that. We are calling on the whole world to please assist, to be justified. This thing is making us to cry. I am a woman, so we don't want all this again.
Humanity is a single family. And when oppression is being perpetrated against one sector of humanity, it is our duty to curb, it's our duty to speak out. And we have also mentioned one of the gentle ways to say no, that we are opposed to this oppression, is the BDS movement, or the BDS, that is the boycott, divestment, and sanction against Israeli companies and all entities that support this ongoing oppression of the Palestinians.
The Conference of Islamic Organization, however, condemned the violence and loss of innocent lives by the recent outbreak of war and called for an immediate end to the violence and the restoration of peace in the region.